Blessings, blessings, blessings. Quick download for y'all. Check back into this dream, to this matrix. Check it out. So when you sleep at night, sleep in this place, you may dream. For those of you that dream, it means you have a consciousness if you dream. If you have certain types of dreams, like vivid dreams, you can wake up from those dreams and you will feel tired in this place. If what you just had was a dream, how can your system feel tired when you wake up from that dream? Because your consciousness registers the dream as an experience. Your consciousness registers every appearance and everything as an experience, no matter what level of experience, what type of experience, it still registers it as that as experience. So if you have a dream, especially the more vivid the dream, your body and your mind and your consciousness and your system registers it as an experience. So when you wake up, you'll feel tired because your consciousness is telling you that you were doing that activity and those things in that dream. So your whole system registers it as an experience. This is the key. You never exit out the dreams by trying to beat the dreams in the dreams. So you never beat a game by trying to beat the game according to the game. You have to realize what the game is. So if I have a dream, and say I have a dream and it has all these things going on, the trick of the dream, no matter how vivid or how dull it is to lure me to be specific about the details of the dream, right? Now, I'm not saying that you can't gain anything from the details of the dream. You can do both. You can look at the details of the dream and you can harvest from that. But the context of the dream and the details, you cannot be trapped by them. You can observe the details, but don't get trapped by the details, because then you still get trapped in that dream world. You have to realize that it was a dream. That's why you woke up from that dream until this place. And when you wake up from that realm to this realm, even though you can remember the details of what happened in that dream, no matter how long it seemed, 100 years or 1 year or 1 hour or a whole 100 years of, like running around or whatever you did in the dream, you wake up and you realize that it was not the capacity and it wasn't the total content of who you are. That dream, even though you felt everything that happened in a dream and you experienced it as it had implications of what you were, you might have felt fear and happiness, and you might have been trying to get away from somebody, or you might have been trying to accomplish something, or you might have gotten into an altercation, or things might have been happening. But when you wake up from the dream, you can remember those details, but remember the most important part. The details are okay to see, because it could be revealing something as well. But the biggest revelation is that you woke up from that dream. So what does that imply? That the dream is not total. That who you are in that dream is not actually who you are. So when you wake up from a super vivid dream, you're lingering with the feeling of what the implications of the details of that dream are. So you may wake up, and if you are so engaged, you may be angry. You may wake up angry, or you may wake up sad, or you may wake up tired. But you're not really those things. You believe the dream so much in the details that your system is registering you being in that state of consciousness when you wake up from the dream. So instead, of looking at the details of the dream when you wake up so much. Recognize that it just was a dream, that you woke up, that you were bigger than that dream. Then the feelings that you have from that dream will be you can transform them, you can transcend them, and you can realize this wave that I feel that I'm calling this or this is not even real because it comes from a place that I left. And then that's how you start to overcome and awake. Now, let's apply same concept to this place. You wake up from a dream and you wake up into this place. Now, this place you feel is your actual reality because you don't know anything more than this. You don't remember unless you've had out of body experience or near death or some supernatural revelation or just a download or a channel that the great I am showed you, or some being, some spiritual being revealed to you or appeared to you, or unless you just had something in your own self. Unless you had that happen, you would think that this is all that it is. So when you wake up from a dream, you wake up into here and you're like, oh, I'm back into reality. And so you believe that this place is your reality. So you go, ooh, that was just a dream, right? And then you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm here where I'm at. Now, I don't want to break your mind too much, but let's say this place is a dream as well. You woke up from a dream into a dream. So now, apply the same concept to waking up from your sleeping dream to the dream that you could be sleeping in this dream. You're experiencing everything as full throttle. Everything's fully tapped in. Your senses and consciousness is tapped in. So what else do you know? You wouldn't know if there was more, or if there's more, you're not certain of it because you haven't experienced it, right? Unless you have experienced it. And if you just get a taste of that, then your consciousness knows this can't be fully, because you can trick the dream. Now you cannot be tricked fully by the dream unless you allow yourself to. If you taste that there is a more than this, then you know that this is a dream as well. Dream, as we use that word dream, meaning that it is not complete. It's not total. It is not a total experience. It is a dimension of experience. So if you're tapped into this dimension, but you've tasted outside, then you know that this is not complete. But there's a structure and a construct to it, like a matrix. And you feel from it, and it gives you cause and effect. It has a whole structure to it. There's an agreement in consciousness for this dimension. So you feel that this is your reality. But just as you wake up from the dream, when you sleep and you were tired and you were scared and you're like, oh my God, you could have been crying, whatever, because it was full on. It's the same way you're tapped into this dream. You'll be crying and scared. And you can even have the experience that you might die. You can even have the experience of death. You don't have to have it here, but you can have it. And most seemingly do. But we don't know exactly what each consciousness experiences in the place, because we have to understand where they're at in their realization. So now, if you keep seeing that way, and you keep, while you're in your waking reality here, perceive it as when you're dreaming and you wake up from a dream, and say, and observe it from that space. Like, okay, I know I feel that. I know that causes a feeling in me. I know this hurts. If my body, my system says that hurts. My system says that that person says that. This is this. But look at the details, but look at the whole totality of the construct. Look at the implications of the construct. What you're feeling, is it total to who you are? Just like in that vivid dream when you woke up, even though your system told you and registered as an experience, was it fully who you were? It cannot be, because you woke up from it. And when you woke up from it, things seem to linger, but they only lingered as much as you believed that it was true, as much as you dove into the experience. If you wake up from a dream and you automatically recognize that it was not true or real, you put no weight upon it, then even the lingering of that dream doesn't affect you, right? Because you don't identify with that. So you just let it be what it is. Now imagine here, Even if you haven't had experience yet, that shows you that there's more than this. If you haven't popped out of this yet, or if you haven't seen through the veils or anything, even if that hasn't happened yet, if you start to transform and transcend in your mind while you're in the experience, just going, hey, let me just start observing it that way. Let me just start not putting so much weight, not being so heavy on what appears in this place. Let me just let it flow through and let me just see. Because what happens is the reason that stops you from doing that is because you don't feel that you have a higher identity. So if you don't believe that or know that, then you weigh heavily on this place. So everything that appears, you weigh heavily on. You really think that you're bald headed. You really think that you have, like, this is who you are. You really think that what they called you is what you are. You really think that what you're doing here is what you are. But it's not what you are. This is just like an experience in a dream. What you are is experiencing this, and you are beyond the experience. Now, that doesn't mean you might not see or feel the waves of what those things imply in this place, and as you increase in consciousness, they have less weight because you lean on them less. There's less identity in them. So next time you wake up from a dream, do that, and then apply that to this place. Live from that space. And just lightly lean on it and start to see what fruit that produces.